had been fractured. When the siblings reached the road, Henry stopped to pick the wet leaves off his shoe. Then they crossed to the other side of the street and ducked the fence into Parthenon Place, the trailer park that was their shortcut to Shady Spring High School.
"Named after the Parthenon,"
Mamaw said once.
"'cause every trailer in paradise has its own Greek tragedy playing out inside."
The words rang true for the entire state. Opioids had sunk their claws into the hide of West Virginia, and they continued to push deeper, unwilling to relent until they merged with the state's internal makeup, became forcefully ingrained into its very DNA. It would take years for the rest of America to notice, and even longer for America to care. But native sons and daughters didn't need the nightly news to tell them a cavalcade of misery had descended upon their land. Parthenon Place was Jane's personal barometer to measure the spread of the plague. Every morning, she would note if another neighbor had literally lost their home to drugs, their trailer replaced by a telling rectangle of mud and septic muck. "Bump, bump, bump," Henry sang. "Another one bites the dust." He pointed to another bare patch of earth. "I know," she nodded. "This whole place is just sad."
"You know what ain't sad? You know what's badass?"
Henry popped the collar of his jean jacket and spun around so she could once again see what their grandmother had cross-stitched onto the back. It wasn't uncommon for Mamaw to make Henry's clothes, bootleg band shirts mostly, being a metalhead was expensive, but she'd outdone herself by stitching the name of his favorite Motorhead song, Orgasmatron, onto his jacket. "You're right," Jane smiled. "It's really cool."
"Hell yeah, it is. Badass as fuck."
She looked away and admired the landscape beyond the trailers. Hills and dense forests surrounded the town on all sides, nestling it beneath the warm canopy of reds and oranges and yellows. But those trees would soon be bare and foreboding, like bones jutting from a shallow grave, a landscape of mud, blood, and shit.
"I'm going to see Dad on Saturday," Henry told her.
"Yeah, I'll pass."
"I figured," he said.
"I'm working. You know I'm working." Henry replied with a sullen nod. A moment passed. Jane wrapped her arms around his shoulders and pulled him close. She had to walk even slower, but found she didn't mind. The shortcut led out on Grant Avenue where they stopped to wait for the light. They were quite a pair when standing side by side. Henry wore a Cannibal Corpse shirt under his jean jacket and let his long hair fall over his face like Cousin It from the Addams Family. Jane kept her hair short, like their mother had styled hers before the chemo. Jane was tall and strong, though her athletic physique was hidden beneath a shapeless U.S. women's soccer sweatshirt.
"Can you read that?"
Henry asked, pointing to a flyer stapled to the crooked telephone pole across the street.
"Maybe it's for, like, a concert. Shit, tell me it's for a concert."
Jane squinted. It says, best." Her words trailed off.
"Best what?"
Jane didn't answer. She was laser-focused on the flyer. The light changed. The traffic stopped. Jane pulled her gym bag higher up on her shoulder and rushed across the street. Her gait verged on a full-on lunge as she sped over the pavement toward the telephone pole. She reached it. She read, "Pod Save America Castaway Productions presents Best Kill Ever, Live, the new touring true crime podcast, Saturday, October 15th, 2011. Episode, The Blind Spot Slasher. Bear Road Shopping Center, Paradise, West Virginia. Pop-up murder museum, Halloween costume contest, beer food vendors, raffles, prizes. At Best Killer Ever. At Pod Save America. Hashtag Best Killer Ever." It hit her like a gut punch. Jane thought she might puke. She read it again and then ripped the flyer from the pole. Staples and wood chips flew. Henry limped up the curb behind her. She handed the flyer to him. He read and reread.
"What the fuck is a podcast?"
he finally said. "It's a radio show on the internet," Jane explained. "People listen on their phones."
"What about a pop-up murder museum?"
"I don't know," she said. "I don't want to know." Henry wadded the flyer into a ball and threw it out in the street.
"Litterbug," she said. "Blame the asshole that put it up. If he were here, I'd shove him into traffic instead."
She scoffed. "Come on, tough guy." They set off again.